Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. Hello, everybody. Somebody tell Orinoco that he needs to unmute Twitch. Twitch is muted by default. Welcome, Deadly, Demon Sub, Orinoco, Necromunda, Scamada, Demon Sub, Chill, and James Cuts. As you can see, there's no Jerry tonight because Jerry is preparing for Slantje? Prost? Sastarovia? Cheers? Salute. It was salute. He is preparing for salute, so I'm guessing work is, yep, catching up with him. So, things are going to be a little bit different today. First of all, I need some background music for myself. I hope it's not too intrusive for you lot, because it's mainly for me. And I'm going to paint my little Barroom Brawl miniatures. So if you want to come down, hello Toffee, with me to my tabley topply. Now we need to enlighten ourselves. There's more light. And there's my ambiguating glasses. So, are you looking forward to going to any interesting things tonight? Also, word of warning, I'm unsure how long my top-down camera will be actually working. It seems to be a bit on the fringe. No, sorry, Tuffy, no Gandalf today. We're just going to paint some tiny little man. And at the point when that camera that I'm pointing to now is crapping the bed, I'm going to cut the stream short because reasons. So let's start with red presents. Now Jerry's not cleaning his nuts. I'm guessing he's getting his nuts shaved and then preparing his wallet for the inevitable drinking after thingamajig, what you call it. Drinking while on duty in salute. Potentially a 10 minutes audio depending on how quickly the battery is drained on the camera. I say camera, it's an old smartphone, and for some odd reason the battery isn't holding up even while connected to an outlet, which is odd. May have to reuse that. Yes, that's well-aged blood red. So I'm going to try my best to keep in focus. Sorry if I don't manage to actually stay in focus. So get one parcel in red. Still, there's no Star Wars Legion fire sale, even if Jerry is trying to make that happen for some odd reason. Apologies to anybody who fell for my little April Fool's joke, though technically I think nobody actually fell for it. Not dead yet! At first I thought these miniatures from the Mantic Advent Calendar would be a very quick and easy paint scheme, but then I actually started painting them and boy, there's a fuckload of detail. Well, James, proof will be here on January 30th, 2025. 2025, sorry. Well, no, it's not a Tesla battery. It's just an old Pixel 2 phone, but I guess it's had its best day. Or maybe the USB power source isn't delivering as much juice as needed. Maybe I can switch that for a better power supply. Would be a shame to let that phone go to waste, because the camera actually is decent. And instead of buying a brand new expensive webcam just for these occasional overhead shots, I'd rather use that. Even though it's a bit wonky at times. Yeah, it's a shame that most of these devices are built in a way that you can't really change batteries if they start to wear out. Some devices you can actually, but yeah, more pricey they get, the less easy it is to fix them. I mean, I possibly can change the battery. There's an iFixit guide on how to do that, but that's actually not an easy thing because everything's glued inside and it makes it really a hassle. And speaking of hassle, painting these miniatures is extra hard because for some flocking reason the primer is behaving like it's no primer there at all. Hello Crispin, those are the miniatures from the Mantic Advent Calendar last year, the Barroom Brawl. See also my Spring Clean Challenge project. They were painted so far with mostly Army Painter speed paints. The metallics are Game Color Vallejo, and now I'm using classic Citadel paints, and I'm still fighting the dreaded primer that is behaving like somebody just put oil on him. Fucking hell. That's the paint. Yeah, there's Glorious Gold I used, and the bronze was called Bright Bronze. I mean, names don't get much more descriptive than that. Except maybe Blood Red. silver, or you just use mithril silver, or the extra silver. Weird, I thought there were more parcels on the bases, but it seems like it's just those two. So, on to the next color. I'm just going to stick with base colors on these, because presents need shiny base colors. I got sunburst yellow. Next will be enchanted blue. Basically, that camera up there, Crispin, is an old Pixel 2 smartphone using the Droid Cam OBS plugin and app. There's a free version and also a paid version, which this is the paid version. Doesn't have a watermark. I think it was $5? Question mark. The most important thing is lights. Lots of lights. It's so fucking bright right here, right now. Fuck it. Who put a parcel back there? That's just annoying. Also using the Warlord Wargames brush #1 that I got for free at Tactica, just to see how that works. And so far it works nicely. Behaves like you would expect from a good brush. No need to put her back. Hello, Ewok Kebab. Never say nobody wants to see that. There are people actually looking for a supplier of what's it? Knuckle duster, double taco holder, butt plugs. And I'm not even joking. Somebody actually dug out that meme on another social media platform and asked, where can I get this? I mean, there's companies out there like Bad Dragon who supply weird stuff to the internet. So never say never. There's always a market for such things. It might not be a big market, but a market nonetheless. Zork, that's very nice of you, but I think after all these years of usage, the battery on this Pixel might actually just be dead. But then again, I'm not the one who's not into tinkering with his tech toys, just for shits and giggles to see what happens. And who knows, maybe it works, then it would be great. Not even just great, but grand. Oh, and send it to... Now, Big Life will just make it go boom. And I think it's way too boring for his channel, just an old smartphone ripping it apart and making it go kapoo. I'd rather than actually change the battery and try making it work again. Presumably, it would be best if I just put a new firmware on there for another lease of life. Crispin, I'd go for that color that's most accessible to you, to be brutally honest. If a color range is in your local store, grab that one. Well, I'm not. Also because there's no Jerry to stop me. We're drinking brown lemonade. Wah. Next parcel color will be sunburst yellow. I just love these colors. It's just awesome. 20 plus years old, still working like a charm. Sadly, skull white is the second color to be depleted. Well then, I'm a nice guy occasionally, and since he's very scared of that brown stuff, I usually don't. Occasionally I do, but usually I don't. Now let's see, where's the yellow parcel going? Schlepp bang in the middle. There, a gruesome yellow parcel. There's too much ribbons on these. Way too many ribbons. I'm not even sure what color the ribbons will be later on. I'm guessing I'll just go for straight white or something. Hello, sunshine. Oh, and are you all aware that Amazon has pulled the start of Fallout, the TV series, forward in time? If I understand that correctly, it's going to start today. Around 3 AM, something like that. It's not out in Germany yet, but that might just be a coincidence. Seems like those, James. Yeah, I'm neither am I going to be awake at that time when it's hitting streaming. And since they are releasing all, what was it, 8 or 7 episodes in one go, I'm not sure I really want to go down that route. Dark Angel Screen. At 3 AM, if I read the news correctly, Crispin. Though I didn't find anything on Amazon's website, but the source I got it from is usually very spot on with their reporting on such things. That's the only downside with these bottles. When the lid cap is broken, they really get hard to open. Yeah, then these having spare time is a luxury item at this point in life, I feel. So there's blue, there's yellow, there's red, so this will be green. Green. Or green. I mean, if I had the ability to do decent freehanding on tiny scale, I might do ornaments on these, but nah. Not going to bother. Whoever sculpted these was way too much into all the little ribbons that go around. Way too many ribbons. So viele Schleifen. Oh yes, the 8th episode of Shogun. Shogun is one of the TV series I really wasn't expecting to be good, to be honest. Oh, there's only 3 parcels on here. Good. So it surprised me in a way. I think I got all the parcels. That's nice. Because with that, then I can start on a different miniature. I'm just going through miniatures here now on what just happens to fall on my lap. So there's this little magic user who has a candy cane, and we need some white on that candy cane. So James is going to be at Salute. Who else is going to be at Salute? I'm probably not going to be, for obvious reasons. Dan Lee has said he would be there. I'm guessing Crispin won't be there. And also, who else has high trouble? No, what's the wording? Has some difficulty of getting anything done on the OTT website currently. I feel it's just absolutely not working at all as intended. It just goes completely poof on me every time I visit it. I even tried sending private messages to people, and yeah, it takes 2 to 3 tries to actually get something out. Yeah, and I think, I feel, especially since they are doing all these extra sub-pages on the front page, like with Infinity and Spring Clean Challenge, and it feels like the system is just absolutely going awfully slow. I've been saying this for God knows how many years now, but I really hope they somehow get that thing to work properly. Because anybody who's read up on Ben's article on 5 games he wish they were being re-released, that's a great topic for a proper forum, if we had one. Hello, Hazy Boy. Jill, I can't say I blame you. It's really, I mean, it's Hobby, and if Hobby starts to annoy you, I think nobody can blame anybody to just stop using certain tools. I mean, we're talking about not using certain tools all the time, so where's the difference in something like a website? I mean, for me personally, it's just I like the community and the way it's structured, and the interaction is nice and all, but yeah, at times it's very exhausting, and I really am afraid that there will be a tipping point at some point in time where enough users will just go, nah, not taking this anymore. And then they'll leave and go to base page groups, and that will be the end of another website. Which would be a terrible shame. So I'm hoping that the inevitable switching off of the shop that Warren has mentioned some weeks ago will actually help bring the site back to life or up to speed. Or maybe a relaunch again with different technical backdrop. I mean, there's some people I've talked to in the past who are technically more versed than I, and they agree there shouldn't be a problem of getting that thing running. I'm not sure where the problem actually is, where the bottleneck in the system is. I'm putting most of the blame on that Cloudflare stuff they use, but that's just a guess on my part. Candy cane! Oh, Ewok, the forum is no forum as such. It's a plugin to a WordPress site, and WordPress is not a community-driven site. I know that they have a load balancer back in the backend somewhere. Just because certain error messages in the past have shown that there's two sites running parallel. But other than that, I have no clue on what tech they're actually using. Mr. Dwarfy here has stars on his head. I think we'll use some white. Yeah, work talk, James. That's the problem. If you're in a certain field of expertise, you just can't stop seeing things happening. It's like when my wife and I are watching TV and she just stares at the monitor. I know there will be a comment about the person's glasses that are on screen right now. So the guys and gals who go to Salute, what are you actually looking forward to? Is there anything special planned at Salute, or is it just a happy gathering of like-minded nutjobs like ourselves? Just don't dig too deep, Crispin. James, you might awaken a Balrog. A database Balrog. That might be possible. The camera is keeping on longer than I had expected. This is good. Where in the world is James Kutz? That's a new children's book then, for Salute. Tiny stars! Tiny, tiny stars. Maybe people should carry around little signs around their neck. You may know me as ... from this website. Oh, I forgot some blue. Where's my blue? There's my blue. Oh, for the love of God, bloody paint, stick to that miniature. Oh, and on a completely random side note, I today ordered the Blood Bowl Gnome team from my supplier. I'm thinking I'm going to paint them in a We Free Men color scheme of sorts. Or maybe just Smurfs. Yeah, it's a silly looking team, and that's what I love at Blood Bowl. Silly teams. Because sports are silly. At least in my opinion. I really need to work on my priming. This is not working at all. Bloody hell. Oh, it's just a gaming piece. It'll work. It'll be fine. I'm not sure if they have more free reign in design as such, or if Games Workshop actually chose actively to let them be how they are, because they know people want that stupid stuff. Ewok, you're not wrong there. I mean, I remember that way back when people actually used fantasy miniatures as proxies for Blood Bowl teams. As addition, a friend of mine had a, what was it? A river troll, a stone troll, and just cut off the big club and made it a stopper for his orc team. I mean, the design of the older miniatures is actually basically the same as Blood Bowl, so why not? And this eye patch is getting dark brown. While we're on the subject of the innkeeper, yeah, I like the snotling team that's sitting on my shelf. I like the design. I like the painting. I didn't like assembling the bloody pump wagons. Those were a nightmare. And the best thing is you can still just grab so many alternate sculpts from Kickstarter, from wherever. There's just so much options in that range. Now using Army Painter Speed Paint Holy White, which is the most greyest white ever, to paint the apron. Painting the apron. Apron O'Neill. I'm rambling, I know. That's because nobody's here to stop me. What exactly do you mean by that, Zork? Change the paint. I'm going to stock on some paints whenever I run out of different paint, of initial paints, but I'm most certainly not going to buy any big sets just to have a big one and gun. That just feels like a waste of money to me. I might change one or two colors if I really feel they don't work for me, but I've made most colors work for me in one way or another. Nah, not going to do pot conversions. That's a silly waste of time. I'm not painting not nearly enough for that to actually make sense. So, ribbons on presents. Since I've got the white out, I might as well. Good night, Danley. Have a safe drive tomorrow. Or is this just an excuse to be able to get up early and watch all the Fallouts? I'm not sure if I like the aspect of streaming services plonking out all episodes at once for a new TV series. Somehow that I feel it devalues the show. It's just oh, I'm going to watch everything at once and then I'm not going to care anymore. I feel like having a weekly release is much better. It's actually this YouTube link I'm going to post. That's the background music. So if you ever want to grab it. I mean, if you have the time to binge watch series, that's nice, but I most of the time don't have that much spare time to just sit down and watch hours of video in one go. And when a company releases everything at once, most of the time somebody's spoiling it for everybody else by giving away plot points, making weird remarks and stuff. So, yeah, make it a weekly release. It gives it more fun. Also, if you have a weekly release, people need to stay focused on what's actually happening to get what is happening on stream, on screen. Yeah, spoilers is a big thing. I don't like spoilers. People can't spoil a complete series for you if it's a weekly release schedule. They can at most spoil one episode, and at that point, if anybody does that, you know who to avoid. Hello, Taros. Yes, this is the portal. Portal way back time. Even without social media, still you just need that one colleague, customer, acquaintance that just runs by and says, "Have you seen? What do you feel about major plot point here?" And all is spoiled. Especially if it's a well done series with interesting plot points and reveals, plot twists. Now, I don't have friends, you got me wrong. Friends could, or people you know could do that. I'm a very solitudely living married man with wife and daughter. Most of my friends are virtual. Oh, I'm afraid the webcam is on its last legs. But we'll see how far it goes. What next? Yeah, that headband can also be dark brown, whatever. Yeah, getting older certainly does that to you in a certain kind of way. It's just, I mean, it's entertainment and it's not really giving away life-changing ideas or something. I guess I would be more annoyed if somebody was planning a surprise party and spoiling that for somebody. We're down to 15%, according to my meter. Let's see how long that takes us. There's some truth to that, Taurus, but I think if there's something you really would like to watch because you've been looking forward to something new in a field that you really enjoy, spoilers still could make you mad, I think. A 1,000 years? That's an odd specific number? The camera, Zorg. The camera. And it's at 30% now. 13, sorry. This one is giving me the most trouble because I'm not really sure on what color her trousers and the upper part of her body should be. But I guess I'm going to make the little red headband red. If color is playing nice, which it isn't. Fuck's sake. Anybody got an idea how to mend this? How can I make this have more stick for the color? Would be coating them with a matte varnish help in any way, shape or form? Or would that make it all worse? That would be a question for our friend Jerry if he were here. But he isn't. It was Army Painter white and black, but I'm pretty sure it's not the varnish, the primer's fault as such, because when I primed them, it was freezing cold. And I just wanted to have them prepared for painting. And I guess that's what gets you for being impatient and not wait for warmer weather to use a spray can outdoors because the garage is clogged and I can't use my airbrush because I'm... yeah. Why would I put PVA on that mini? That doesn't really sound convincing, Mr. Toros. Yeah, Rodoko, that's how certain areas of the miniatures currently feel hydrophobic. That's the word that I was missing. Sunglasses, dark, or do we leave them silver as is? Why is his nose already flaking? think dark would be my choice as well. I wear my sunglasses at midnight. Oh, bloody close. I wonder, did anybody at some point in time make actual removable glasses for 28mm? I mean, there's so many goblins and bits and greeblies you can buy for miniatures, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody selling glasses for 28mm. Probably the MacLeod people. At least somebody will have them in the ideas drawer for later. This is not a special. This is just I'm weird like that, and also I'm very hot, tired, and old. And cheers. Oh, where did that come from? More boots to be painted in color what? Also, I think I'll need to do a second or third coat of layer of paint for her skin tone because it just dissolves. Yeah, when your surface is starting to act hydrophobic, speed paints really are not your friend. Really, they don't. Oh, see, the beer keg inside needs some priming for later. Use that white. This will be foamy beer later on. And on the subject of drinking, we can't have a solid golden cup, can we? That would be silly. It would be like not drilling your barrels on your tiny fighty space marine. Or anything else with a big gun. Barrels need to be drilled. Hello, Mr. Nick. To be fair, it would be a very fiddly subject of putting them on. But I could see them work with the monocles for certain areas of time. What to do next? I think the center of these glasses need to be black as well. Is there still enough black on there? Maybe. Let's see. Hello, Mr. Black. And again, I'm very thankful for this magnifying thingamajig. Otherwise, I'd be seeing nothing right now. The color doesn't want to go into one area of the glasses, and now they start to look like googly eyes. Oh god. Oh, what the hell. This is going wrong in all directions. Well, live and learn. Oh, a silver birch. That's an interesting color choice. Well, you still could use brown, but not to the extent you usually do. I think I'll have to have a deep thought about what color this lady is going to get. Completely uncertain. Never mind. Camera's still working even though the display says it's empty. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a break at painting these guys for tonight. I need to have a long and hard think about what colors to be going on to certain parts of those models in the future. At some point. Maybe tomorrow, maybe on the weekend. Let's bring them back and get them home. Because usually they live here while I paint. But if they were staying here, I couldn't be painting, so well, yeah. You get the meaning. Sub-assemblies are nice if you don't overdo it. If you stay on to a degree, that's manageable. Certain vehicles I wouldn't do without sub-assemblies. Certain minis I wouldn't do with sub-assemblies. Especially cloaked figures. So, let me turn off the lights. See, this is ambient light. Let's go back to here. Yeah, for mass battle games, I get that one. If you're painting a ton of miniatures at the same time. So even with Jerry not being here, I thank everybody who stuck around. I hope you enjoyed our little rant and banter. Not sure if this is going to end up on YouTube. Potentially, but maybe it will. I'm guessing it will at some point. Hope you all have a lovely week and you stay safe out there. And maybe the website will be going a bit faster when Spring Clean Challenge is over. I really need to get that window open again. It's hot in here. Have a good one, everybody, and see you again next week, hopefully with Jerry. Bye!